What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement. Let's talk about these Pacers versus our Lakers. Right now, the Lakers sitting at what, 9 and 10. Pacers, I think, sitting at 8 and 11. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta look at their stats again. I think they're sitting at 8 and 11. And just looking at the just watching a little bit of Pacers games and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm looking at the lineup that the Lakers are putting in versus the Pacers. Now, Pacers up front, man, have a tall front line. I mean, with Miles Turner and with Sabonis. Sabonis like 6'11", and Miles Turner like 6'11" as well. If I'm looking at their starters, I know. I just looked at their starters. Wait a minute. Shucks. Their starters, they're actually, because I know, what's his name? Caris LeVert, he's out. I think he's nursing a sore back or something like that. He's their best defender on the perimeter. So they got and the dude, what's his name? The dude Brogdon, dude's nice. They got shooters. And one thing that hurts the Lakers, and we all know, it's the perimeter defense. And also the interior defense sometimes as well, depending on the matchups. Now, I know the Lakers are starting, I think LeBron playing tonight, so it will be LeBron and Davis in the front court. And THT in the middle, at the small forward. Then you have Westbrook and Avery Bradley starting in the backcourt. To be honest with you, I don't know, man. I'm looking like this, man. I think a better matchup, just my opinion, but I think a better matchup would be with Dwight Howard or Jordan to play Miles Turner. But Miles Turner get up down that court too, though. But I think the boys, they can handle him, though, man. I think because one thing about Miles Turner, if you watch his games, he's real physical. And I tell people like this, like, AD playing this guy, being physical with him, it might not go in our favor. Only reason I'm saying that because Davis is not really a physical player. He's a finesse player. And I think as a finesse player, you need to play, he plays around the perimeter. Around the perimeter into the paint. As a person who likes to bang bodies. That's why I think that, when they start line up with Miles Turner and Sabonis in that front line, I think the Lakers should go with Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis. Or Jordan and Anthony Davis. Let Anthony Davis play Sabonis. Because Sabonis, he's physical, but not as physical as Miles Turner. And I think it's a lot of wear and tear on Anthony Davis. I think that you got two big guys sitting on the bench, and you don't even utilize them. Man, you don't utilize your centers. You bring them in, it's cool for 13 minutes here and there, whatever. But I think that, you got to look at the lineups, and you got to match your lineup according to their lineups. Especially if right now, you got to think about it. LeBron just coming back. He was, coming back from the injury. Anthony Davis, I don't know if he's still, dealing with the, the flu. So I think it would be better for him to play, power forward and let LeBron play that small forward spot. And you run Bradley and Russell Westbrook, bring THT off the bench, and let Dwight Howard or Jordan play the center. Switch up based on matchups. I could be wrong. Anthony Davis couldn't. Anthony Davis will get his regardless. But I'm talking about on the defensive side. When it comes to defense, when they bought the Pacers, boy, they struggling right now, but they're starting to pick things up. They just blew up the Chicago Bulls almost about 30 points. So they're on a 2-game winning streak. They beat Chicago when they beat somebody else. But in the reality of it is that the Lakers are struggling on the perimeter, and their defense is struggling. Period. It's like this. Like I was telling DeAndre Page, he found me on Twitter. Oh my gosh, he found me on Twitter. This dude, he just doesn't stop. I thought I left him on my channel. He said, I found you. I finally found you. I didn't know who it was. I was talking to him. And I'm like, this guy, oh my gosh. I say, man, he's like DeAndre Page. So I had to look at his handle, DD Page. I said, oh God, this is DeAndre Page. He done found me. That's where he's at. He on Twitter now. I'm getting me. I'm trying to duck him out. But anyway, shout out to him, man. You get the conversation going funny. But yeah, but like I'm looking at the Lakers right now, man. The biggest thing that's going to help the Lakers is ball movement. They got my sister called me. They got to move the ball. That's the biggest thing. They got to move the ball. You can't just bring the ball down the court, hold the ball for 10 to 15 seconds, and then make a pass to somebody else, hoping that they make the shot. And I know Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are looking to get those assists. Let's be honest. Both of them are looking to get. Come on, why you keep calling me? Both of them are looking to get the assist. That's my sister keep calling me. Sorry. And at the end of the day, I think that they need to actually get down the court and push. They got to push. You got to catch the defense off guard. It's okay to run half court sets, but I think that the Lakers are better than element when they're running the floor. And at the end of the day, you got to get them guys to run the floor. And you know what's so funny to me? I remember Magic Johnson said, when he first came into office, he told the young guys, look, he said, I want to get all the young guys in good shape. We need to run. But when he got LeBron, you didn't hear that no more. But they need to run, man. I'll be honest with you. The Lakers need to run, and they can slow it down when they need to. But you can catch the Pacers off guard when you run. I watched the Charlotte game against them. And Charlotte had them almost beat by almost, 20-something points. The freaking Pacers brought their bench in, and their bench brought them back. They almost won the game. They almost won the daggone game. If I can't think of the dude's name, man. He blocked the shot. Can't think of his daggone name on the last possession. But you don't know if it will go in or not. But the point is he blocked the shot. But the crazy thing is the Pacers, they have shooters. And they love to move the ball. Y'all know Rick Carlisle. They love to move that ball, man. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we can't be doubling up in the paint and leaving the perimeter guys wide open. We're going to get killed. I'm going to just tell you like that. If we leave them guys wide open, we're going to get killed. They all can shoot. You know what I mean? They struggling, but they're starting to pick their game back up. They got, like I said, they got Brogdon, who's pretty good, man. Sabonis, he don't take that many shots, but he's physical down low too. Like I said, he's not as physical as Miles Turner, but he's physical down low too. So you got two big guys. So the thing about it is that, on defense, it's going to hurt us. Because, I'm going to keep it real, man. A lot of our guys are not that physical on defense. Like I said, we're a bunch of finesse players. And I think at the end of the day that they should bring, like I said, Jordan or Howard to start. But we need this win. We need to, be over the 500 mark. Every win counts. At the end of the day, I heard LeBron said that he's not worried about it. They're not stressing about it, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, every win counts. Just for the point of making sure that you get in the rankings and that you don't fall in that, and it's still early. It's only this be our 20th game. So it's still early. So, I'm not going, exaggerate about a lot of things, but at the same time, you don't want to go into like the off season, well, not off season, going into, the break, under 500, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to try to, put on your foot on the gas and now you want to start pushing. And I think if you watch it over the course of time, and one thing I got to learn about Westbrook, I know a lot of y'all probably didn't watch Westbrook because a lot of y'all just probably watched the Lakers. But I watched Westbrook at OKC. I watched him at Houston. I watched him at Washington. And I actually told Lick Show, on Twitter, I told him a while ago, I said, man, look, I said, Russell Westbrook get the boys in the playoff. And I said, because one thing about Russell Westbrook is once he get to fill up the team and know who he can run with and who he can't run with, you'll start to see a different Russell. When they first started off, Washington was struggling. But freaking Russell Westbrook and Brandon Beal, ran that. And actuality, I know a lot of people don't credit Russell, but Russell was the reason why the Wizards actually are winning now. Because when he played with them guys, them young guys, that when he went over there, he basically encouraged them guys to play harder. So after a while, it carries over. This ain't even with freaking Kawhi Leonard when he went to Toronto. Them guys were just, they'll make it to the playoff, but they get bumped. But he helped them get over that hump. And because of that, now look at Toronto. They're playing pretty good. Teams struggle here and there, and they started to get some of their players back and all that. But at the end of the day, he helped Washington get to the playoffs. And now look at their record this year. And then he made some changes. They got a couple of defensive players, from our team. But at the same time, he helped them guys get to the playoffs. And the game last night, even though we lost, it was still beautiful to see Russell Westbrook, just playing. Actually, he made some tackles, like I said before, he made some turnovers. But the point is once he slowed down, because my biggest problem with Russell is that sometimes he becomes too erratic and he'll attack the basket with nobody there and fumble the ball and all that, clumsy stuff. So I think that, sometimes he need to slow down. I know he's on 100 miles and running, NWA type flow all day. You know what I'm saying? He probably played that before he come out, get out of his car with his fancy 1960 outfit on. But at the end of the day, you can start to see the development between him and Anthony Davis. They're getting to learn each other. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm real big about, the playbook. What kind of play schemes you're running. Are you running pick and rolls, back doors, stuff like that to make it easier for Anthony Davis to score? Anthony Davis should never have to, every possession, force or fight his way to the paint or take a falling jump shot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm real big about ball movement. Because better ball movement leads to easy baskets. That's why if you look at some of these teams, they're real fundamental, man. It's exciting to watch because of the good ball movement. The Lakers have you on your chair like this. You know what I mean? With a bottle of whiskey or something about to pass out because you don't know what you're expecting. When they run erratic or when they don't play defense or when they take in these contested shots, when you don't have to do that. Like I said before, the Pacers you cannot sleep on. You know what I mean? Like I said, they won 2 in a row. They started to pick up their momentum. They started to get used to Rick Carlisle, because remember, this is Rick Carlisle first year with them. So they're getting used to it, their coach, and the coach is getting used to them, and they started to pick up. They right around the same thing that we're going through. Like a lot of fans, we criticize the Lakers, but y'all got to keep in mind, I keep telling you guys, this is a whole new roster. The only people on there that actually know each other is Davis, LeBron, and Howard. All the other guys are new. So it's going to take time for them to gel. That's why you're seeing Rowe putting different players in it, but I will not agree to some of the roster move. I mean, here's some of the rotation move he did. Like I said, not bringing Rondo in or having Rondo play in the back over Westbrook. I just think that's bad. And another thing that Westbrook got to do, I'm a big Westbrook fan, but I'm not biased, and I'm gonna tell him how it is. Okay. Another thing Westbrook got to do is he got to start playing that perimeter. Don't run down there and try to grab a rebound. You know what I mean? If the ball is up in the air and it's shot, yeah, that's cool. But don't go down there before the ball is even shot, because you're leaving a man open because they make another pass and now that man wide open for a jumper. So it's just about consistency and wanting and willing to win. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. Do you really want to win? Because if you want to win, you're going to put your best foot forward and do what you got to do. And there's no knock on Russell, because I think Russell do want to win, but he's a little erratic. And I love him though, but he's erratic. But look, he's a Laker. And I'm like I said today, it is what it is. We deal with it and we work with it. But we got this the Pacers coming up in a couple hours. I hope the Lakers be able to pull this out, man. But I think that at the end of the day, man, we just gotta move ball movement, make easy opportunities for Davis, because Davis need to be our number one focal point, not LeBron, not Russell. Davis need to be the number one focal point, because I told y'all LeBron's getting up in age. He's not the same LeBron he used to be. He's not flying down the court dunking on everybody every possession. That LeBron is gone, and we got to wake up and realize that. This is reality now. Okay. Same with Russell Westbrook. You start to see the, and the thing about Russell is that this is the one thing that scares me though, because he's always 100% flying. I don't want to say this, and I don't want to risk injury on nobody, but he got to slow down sometimes. Slow down, set the offense, and then work it through Davis. You know what I'm saying? When you run that half court set, then you can work it through Davis. You can do all that with Davis then. But when you running, you give other people opportunity to get into the game as well, man. You actually find a guy on the wing to hit. And also with Carmelo Anthony, I know he got a quick trigger, but he got to make passes too. At the end of the day, you shoot a lot of contested shots, rush shots. You don't need to do that. Spread the ball around, man. Spread the ball around, get better position. We don't have to win by 3-pointers. We can attack the basket. We got, like I said, we got Dwight Howard who can catch lobs, Jordan who can catch lobs, Davis who can catch lobs, LeBron who can penetrate, Russell who can penetrate. We don't need to beat everybody by shooting a bunch of threes. You know what I mean? That's, if you look at our roster, that's not our style. We got a couple good 3-pointer shooters on there. They're struggling right now, but that's not the style of the roster that's made up. It's mostly supposed to be attack the paint, find open man behind the perimeter. That's how it should be. In and out, not out and in. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? When you got Davis, somebody that can average 28 points, Howard, who once was a superstar, Jordan, who is a good rebounder and a lob jammer. You got to utilize those players to their ability. You know what I'm saying? You got to get them more involved. I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes, and this is what people fail to realize, if I'm on the court and I'm not getting the ball, I'm just out there, being overlooked, your morale's drop. You don't play as hard. And that's what a lot of players, man. That's in the professional sports, even down to on the playground. If you're not getting that ball, you're not gonna play your utmost. You just not, because you're gonna be unmotivated. You're gonna be like, man, why should I come out there and bust my tail? I know people say, well, you're getting paid for it. It's an ego thing that we deal with a lot of these individuals. Remember, they're men, so it's egos. Some guys, they got the ego so strong that they can't break free from that. But at the end of the day, that's why I say that it's important to spread that ball around. All that ISO playing and all that stuff, we got to stop. We have a chance to beat the Pacers, depending on what Vogel put in as a matchup. And I hope that when he noticed that we're getting blown out or the matchups that he got in ain't working, he makes quick decisions to make changes. Don't wait until we get down by 8-10 points, then start making changes. He need to make changes right then and there. Say, okay, this ain't working. Let me go ahead and bring somebody else in, or flip the roster, or flip the rotation around a little bit based on what they got on the floor. But anyway, it's your man Irvin. Love, like, share, subscribe. I'll get with you guys. I'll see some of y'all on Twitter tonight. Well, later in the day while the game is playing. And the rest of y'all, I'll be catching y'all in my next video, the results from this Indiana Pacers Lakers game. With that being said, I love you guys, man. Thank y'all for the support. Thank you guys for always reaching out on all social media platforms. Asking me where you been at, Urban, checking up on me. I really appreciate you guys. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. And Y'all know how it is, man. It's your man, Urban Lover, man. I can't say no more, man. Love you guys.